Let's go straight to a story that we've been keeping an eye on closely throughout the day here on eNCA. At least 7 suspected undocumented foreign nationals have been arrested by police in Diepsloot. The area calm but tense following those protests throughout the day when police fired stun grenades. Now, residents in the area are frustrated over the high crime levels and the local police is in action. Our man on the scene right now is reporter Pule Letshwiti-Jones, and he joins us live now from Diepsloot. Now, Pule, when we spoke to you just over an hour ago or so, you're about to leave to tag along with the police as they went on this new operation of sorts that the police minister announced today, with extra units on the ground to monitor the situation. What can you tell us of what you've experienced in the last hour and a half or so?
Well, I'm just going to ask my colleague Nuku just to shoot straight into it. As you can see, police are on a search and seize operation now, trying to ensure that most of the people who residing in Diepsloot are compliant, ensuring that they have the correct particulars to be on the road. And we drove around for about 10 minutes before we could actually stop here and to see what was going on. But it's been an operation that's been continuing for the past couple of hours. We saw one where they were accompanied by some of the officials from Home Affairs, and as you can see, they are searching their bags, ensuring that they are compliant residents and that motorists as well have the correct particulars. But it seems as though this is just a transport which is, of course, carrying some of the motorists. But I see these gentlemen here have been apprehended for some reason. I'm quite not sure what is going on here. I'm wondering what is happening, but they are being searched to see if they have anything which may be harmful. But most importantly, what the police are doing is also asking for their particulars and documents and asking them what are they going and where are they going at this time. And this is what we're seeing now. But he's being cuffed and he's being arrested. I wonder what's going on here. It seems as though he will be apprehended by the police officials at this hour.
I'm arresting you for being illegal in Netherlands. You are illegal in this country. You're gonna call anyone to bring it in police station, Diepsloot police station. You don't have. How can you go without the documents? Let's go.
Well, as you can hear, Marcel, this particular gentleman here is being arrested for not carrying his documentation, which would have been his representation one in the country. He says that he's got it at home, but the police officials are saying he should call someone to bring the particulars at the Diepsloot police station. He's about to enter the van right now. This will tally the number to 8 suspected undocumented foreign nationals in the country. Oh, there's another one now who's also being brought in the van. Makes it 8. That's 9. This gentleman, and this will be 10 today in total of those undocumented foreign nationals in the country. Thank you.
Thank you, man.
Well, this operation will continue throughout the whole night. You remember earlier on I did tell you that they had said that the operation will fall into midnight, and heads are beginning to roll. This is what we are seeing. Police being deployed to ensure that they monitor the situation in Diepsloot, that they arrest those undocumented foreign nationals who are roaming around in the streets. The number is now tallied to 10. As I can tell you right now, Marcel, quite a busy night it will be for not only police officials but also us reporting as to what's the events that are unfolding here in Diepsloot amid the protests that we saw throughout the day today. You also remember that you had the Minister of Home Affairs, Aaron Motsoaledi, this just a few hours ago, speaking to my colleague JJ Tabane, explaining the Immigration Act and the Refugee Act in terms of the sections and papers that are needed when some of these foreign nationals enter the country, and the particulars that they need to renew once in the country. The operation continues here in Diepsloot. As you can see, they're stopping not only cars but taxis as well, which look very suspicious, checking if they have the correct particulars. It seems as though this is a situation that has been neglected for a while, and some of these gentlemen here are being asked if they have the correct particulars. As you can see, This gentleman as well is being asked as to where are his documents, and before he enters the taxi he has to sort of identify himself and reveal the documents which will allow him to be legal in the country. These are scenes coming from a Diepsloot, and just what we are witnessing here is the operation that has been embarked on by the police officials. Marcel.
Pule, what is the sense? I know you've only been with the police on this specific campaign for the last hour and a half or so, but what is the sense that you got earlier from speaking to residents in Diepsloot? Is this the kind of action that they want? Because one can't just look at somebody or look at a vehicle and say you look suspicious or you look like you're undocumented or documented, because then you're on very shaky ground and you're looking at a witch hunt of sorts, and that is something that could potentially become quite ugly. But what are the residents saying? Is this the kind of action they want? I think particularly again of another resident that you spoke to earlier, who was a documented foreign national who runs a shop, a gentleman from Ethiopia. These kinds of scenes would fill him and his family with fear, wouldn't it?
Definitely, but before I just answer that, this now brings the number to 15 suspected undocumented foreign nationals who have been apprehended by the police. We just saw 5 entering the van, but what you are saying is quite correct. Did you remember the gentleman who was saying that they're now living in fear, they're now living in terror? They're wondering, where have these operations been all along? Is this a subject of what the residents have been asking for? But of course, this comes from what the residents have shared with us throughout the whole day, saying this is the kind of police visibility they've been looking for. You know, apart from dubbing it as a witch hunt, but they've also said and rather made, the police aware, to say we are aware of some of these undocumented foreign nationals who are traveling in some of these kumbis, in some of these taxis, going in and out of town, operating, working in some of these companies and of course stores and workplaces without these particulars. And they believe that heads need to roll. They believe that the system for quite some time has had a loophole that has allowed some of these criminal elements to come in, whereby there are particular people living in the country without these particular documents. And for one to actually see what is happening now is actually shocking, to see that actually it is quite true what some of these residents are raising, to say that there are some of these undocumented foreign nationals residing in Diepsloot without these correct particular documents which one may need to actually reside in the country.
Okay, we're going to leave it there. Thank you so much for your work this evening. Pule Letshwiti-Jones reporting to us live there from Diepsloot.